YouTube. Thanks for watching. We're on to part 2 of the 96 PW50, and we are going to get the wheels off today. We got some of this stuff already started for you just to kind of speed up the video. Still show how they mount, but it's pretty simple, and you guys be able to figure it out. Tools that you're going to need today can be a 20mm wrench, 14mm wrench, 13mm, 12, 10, and 8. Sockets over here is going to be a 10mm long, 12, a 17 rather, 17, and a 12mm. A few extensions, basic ratchet, basic pliers, basic Phillips head, basic flathead. Gas tank comes off pretty simply. Just a 10mm on either side. Mounts right up here, single belt passing through the frame. Pretty easy coming off. And then you got your handlebars right here. They are 12mm, 2 of them, and they're going to come off right here. There'll be 2 nuts underneath there. Pretty simple removal on that one. The gas tank's going to remove with this little rubber strap. That's what the pliers are good for. Kind of pick it up, lift it over. Real basic. This little piece of plastic right here is what's going to keep your cables kind of tucked up from the front tire. So you'll see that they go through here. This will loop down underneath that. And then you have your basic Phillips head screws here and here. And that's what's holding that piece in, as well as holding these tabs on for that front fender. And it'll clip under here and these 2 screws in here. Controls come off real simple. Just your basic 8mm on the back, Phillips head on the top. You want to go ahead and disconnect the cable ends from the brakes on the rear before you get too far, because it'll make the end cable come out of here a lot easier. Got your Phillips head removal and your basic clamp right there. And the screw for that one is, let's see if you got it in the shop real quick. That's the screw that holds the little spark arrestor muffler on at the end, and that's where the clamp goes right there. Pretty basic coming off. These screws right here always heat soaked in and rusted out. We put them back in just so we don't lose them. There's another one down underneath there. Little PB blaster and a little patience, and you'll get them out no problem. Moving on to the back, you'll want to disconnect your rear drum cable. That's going to be this guy right here. You'll take your pliers and hold right here. Take your 12mm wrench and start backing it off here. Otherwise it's going to twist up that cable. This is going to stay retained into this pivoting arm right here that's going to the drum, into the shoe. Pretty simple. You'll see how it comes out of there. It just slips right out. Nothing really fancy holding it on. And then we'll move back over to this side real quick. So wheel removal come off pretty simply. The way that I'm going to do it on this one is start here with this 10mm, take it out, wiggle that loose, take off this 13mm, bolt right there, and that'll free that. And then you'll want to take this upper bolt right here out, this nut, and washer, of course. I'll have to get that exhaust to kind of slip past. Oh, let's go ahead and we'll remove this bolt, that's your 20mm, and the washer, that's your wheel bearing. You want to go ahead and inspect that. If you have too much play in it or gritty kind of feel to it, you'll want to get the new bearing set for that, and these will press in and out pretty easy. I've even seen some kits that just come with this whole plate, and that'd save you a little time if you don't have the tooling for it. You'll notice the spacer back here behind it. You want to remove that, and that'll sit right inside of there. So get that off, and this wheel's just going to slide right on out of there. Well, kind of out of there, like that. Rear wheel removed. You know what? You might be able to adjust.
Did you get a hard lock when you set it when the tire spun?
No.
You probably need to change them.
Might be able to get a tooth adjustment out of it though. Like bring it up one more tooth.
Yeah, but if you couldn't get a hard stop with your hand, the tooth ain't gonna matter.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, so we need new shoes on that one. Alright, so this is going to be the brake shoe assembly down in here. We're going to do another video on that. This one's worn pretty bad and it doesn't seem to be functioning well, so the return spring in it's probably, yeah, it's pretty pitted and rusted in there. See that? Needs to expand a little bit more. It's not really stopping too great either. Alright, and we'll just go ahead and while we're at it, pull this other side shock off of here. Same trick as the other side. So removing this shock right here, you're going to have this same bolt, 10 mil on the top with the washer. Give it a little shake, twist, and it's off just like that. That'll give us good access for these cable changes and servicing of this oil pump here after, as well as some convenience dealing with the carburetor, getting it off and on. Trade you back. Get on that side if you want to get on this side. So real quick while we're looking at this stuff, this is your electrical part. Get a good detailed shot. Now there's a couple different versions of this depending on the year. This is this style, and looking at it, a lot of people are going to want to pry this apart with a pair of screwdrivers or something, but all you have to do is just squeeze it down real tight like that, give it a little jingle, and it'll come right out. No problem. Moving on to the front. This is going to be pretty simple. You've got your 14 millimeter on this side, 17 millimeter castle on this side. Pull that cotter pin out, cut it. You don't really want to reuse that. And it'll go one castle nut, one washer. Pull that axle out, hold that front end. That's your axle. This is your spacer. It's going to go opposite of the drum. So it'll sit on that side like that. That whole forward assembly is going to come off just like that. And that's your front brakes. As you can see, it's pretty gross in there. These ball bearings right here, you can actually just go ahead and repack these with some high temp wheel bearing grease, and that'll be just fine. Inspect the seal, make sure that it's not torn. Other than that, you can get a seal puller, pull it out, lubricate the other side. So that's that part of the removal. Here on the next one, we're going to go ahead and pull off these tires.
We'll put all your hardware back together so you don't lose any of it.
That's putting the front forks back together. Later video, we're going to go ahead and probably remove these, open up these, and just do a quick clean and rebuild. They're super simple, basic snap ring pliers, and you'll be able to take this apart. And then got some other videos coming up in the series. We'll start listing them as they go. And again, appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for checking out the channel. Like or subscribe, and leave any comments below. Thanks for your time. Have a good day.